Good afternoon. My name is Abimel Martinez Amador, and today I'm going to talk about CLIL. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to talk about the introduction of this main term or methodology. And according to March D in 2002, CLIL means content and language integrated learning. Okay, in this case, it is important to say that content and language integrated learning refers mainly to talk about a bilingual education. Okay, when we are talking about bilingual education, is because we are saying that as language teacher, we are going to teach the content through or the content of another subject through the second language. For example, while we are teaching any grammar content or vocabulary about any area, we can take into account many topics from the subject of biology, geography, and so forth. Okay, so that's the main point to talk about a bilingual education. When we teach any grammar content using the content of another subject. Now I would like to talk about many aspects that I was asked to solve. Okay, the first point to talk about is how to explain grammar in vocabulary. Avoid using the traditional way. I mean, like the grammar translation. Okay, in this case, I consider that one way is through interactive activities. Interactive activities is so important in this methodology because according to some authors like Clil, the CLIL has the advantage of promoting collaborative work, and this involves that the student have to interact with another. One example is like the running dictation activity. In the running dictation activity consists of making teams in order to write a phrase, which is outside of the classroom. In this case, the student have to go out of the classroom in order to catch the phrase. And once the student had caught the phrase, he or she has to go back to his team or her team in order to dictate the phrase. And the content, here is important, the content must be, for example, scientific or talking about technology or another content of other subject. Now, so that's the main point, working with interactive activities, mainly working activities. And next, I would like to talk about or to mention important concepts I found in the reading or throughout the course. The first one was that, in my personal opinion, is important, is assumptive teaching. This term or this concept, assumptive teaching, means that there are many contents which could be so difficult for the students to work in a second language, and this was mentioned by Clil in 2002. So we have to take into account that we are not specialists of the, for example, geography subject or biology subject. So we have to try to teach the language with easy contents in order to avoid confusing or getting frustrated or get the students frustrated. Okay. So another important concept is the BICS, which means basic interpersonal communicative skills, which consists of the language or to interact socially with others. That is one of the main advantages to use this methodology, CLIL. Another concept is CALP, which means cognitive academic language proficiency, which refers to the cognitive process that involves in the way we use this methodology. Okay. Next, we have a question which says, what do you consider is important to give grammar to students in other ways which are not structures? So in this case, I think that the main thing is that CLIC method requires the student to speak. And also it has several advantages. For example, that it promotes qualities like responsibility, self-esteem, integrity, and honesty. Besides, it promotes personal skills like teaching others, working with cultural diversity, that is an important point to consider, participant by teams, which means collaborative work. And also it raises level in communication, culture, and content. Okay, so that was the main answer to these questions. Now I would like to talk a general comment. And in this course, I really learned a lot of things. Personally, I got caught many important terms about how to use the CLIL method. That is important for my classes. As a matter of fact, I have had the opportunity to work with that methodology in my classes when I'm talking about scientific topics like body system and so forth. Okay, this course was so useful. Thank you very much, teacher, for your attention.